as well. Right. So last class we started a project, and as I said, I will do what now? I would like to share the code with you. So you again keep your teams open. And what I'll do, I'll just show you that as well, because how would you send me the project? This is section 1, right? Week 10. And you see that this is our folder, task tracker. And I want to send it to you. And again, just for your purpose. And again, you will need that because you will be submitting your in class. So I'm just deleting the node modules from here, which will take some time. As I told you that it's a huge size folder. The very reason why I'm deleting it. So I'll just delete that, and then I will zip this folder into a zip or something, and then I will set. So you see that there's no more node modules. And now I would do what? I would just come here and change it to any of the zip if you want to compress it to anything. For example, if I convert to zip file, it should be ready now. And now I'll go to my teams, and I'll go to your team, which is section 1, and it's open right now originally. So I'll just come here and I'll say, so task tracker till now, whatever. So we have up till now, whatever we have done, I want to share that with you. So attach a file and upload, and oh, it's in week 10, right? So it's task tracker. And now you should find this code in your teams, right? It should be there now. And what I'll do for myself is that I'll open this folder now. Put this folder, and so you see that I am in my folder. So I'll just try to reach to the folder of section 1. And CD, it's week 10. And inside that CD task tracker. And again, I want to run this project now because it should be open now. And I want to run it. I cannot run it because again, there is no node module. So I'll just do what? npm install here, right? Because I just deleted my node modules folder for you. Okay, so so it's done now. And now I would like to just now come here and I would say npm run dev, right? And that way I'm able to run my project. And did you guys remember we have come to a very interesting point in our project where we have started to talk about user state, and we saw some examples of user state as well. And I would like to show you what we did last class, and then I will continue from here. So this is our project. And do you guys remember that we ended up on this one that I was showing you, that there is something abnormal happening here. And what is abnormal? Actually, I'm working on use state 2. Remember, everyone? And the abnormality which is happening, thank you very much. Yeah, that's very good. You can do that. Thank you. And the abnormality which is happening, you remember that it just updates the whole, whole object. Do you guys remember that one? So in essence, the ID is gone, the age is gone, is young is gone. And you remember when we were using toString with is young, it was giving me an error. It's now right now it's not giving error because we are not calling any extra function from outside. So React is lenient on us, even though it does not find ID, name, ID, and other things, but it does not complain. Just gives the name. Now, please, I will start from here onwards. Remember, whenever you have to update an object, that we will be doing a lot of times. we cannot directly call set person like this. Now I want everyone, if you have downloaded the code, just for a few minutes, just look at here, because this is something you, if you'll understand, it will be easy for you to implement. If you don't understand, you'll be always in troubles. Actually, we did in your section already, we have done that, right? Okay, so over here, what we are doing, I'm telling you that if the object that you need to update, like if the data that you need to update is object data, Akash, I would like you to just also leave your machine as well. So if the object that you, the data that you want to update is an object data, not a normal string or something, what we do not directly call set person. Remember, we just used to call set count, set x, and it could do that. But if the data is not normal string or normal variable, like normal value, it's an object data. We cannot directly call like this. Rather, what we do, now see here, again, I want you to don't type it, just look at it over here and then you can type later on. Rather, what we do, that we try to call this set person with a callback function. What do we mean by that? I will write a callback function here. Remember, callback is something inside this one. Make sense? Instead of calling set person directly, I'm calling an inside another callback function. Now, why? Because here in this callback, there is a predefined object which is called previous state. You guys getting that one? There is an object which is called previous state. So set person wants to call a callback function. That callback function will receive a parameter previous state. Gosh, you know why I keep on calling you? Because after some time you will be losing something and you will call me and you say that it's not happening. Why it's not happening? You know what I mean? So please listen to me, and when I say that, you can go there and do that. You know why I'm just calling Karsh again and again? Because I know that he's always, trying to follow the code. But once he will just lose his attention from here, he will just lose something. And I'll have to go there and correct him. Right? Okay. So previous state, and this previous state, this function will return. Return what? Since it is an object. So it will return an object. Now, what object? Listen. This object will actually do what? Dot person. Now dot person. Do you guys understand this? Dot. Remember everyone? Dot means spread the person. Person is an object, spread it. Now, when the person will be spread out, you know how many fields will be there? 1, 2, 3, 4. There will be 4 fields over there. Make sense, everyone? So I'm saying that return, first of all, spread out the person, just change the name. How come? See here. I'll write name Bob Smith. Are you guys understanding the syntax? I would like you to just understand the syntax first. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Oh, I've done something very wrong. What I've done wrong? You can tell me, Sanchit. It's the previous state, not person. Sorry, it's the previous state. You know what I mean? I'll tell you. Actually, previous state is an object which automatically holds the previous data from the previous state. As its name suggests, previous state. Are you guys getting that one? It means, if I just say previous state, which I was calling, previous state means whatever values were there. Remember, there was value was ID was 1 and Alan Smith and age was 20 and something is young was true. So these 4 values will be actually stored in previous state. Are you guys getting that one? So whatever is in previous state, first of all, spread this out. And after spreading previous state, just go and change the value of name. Are you guys getting that one? Now, don't type it, just look at this and then you can, I'll give you time to. So previously the data has 1 John 20 and we have not shown, the true because is young. I've taken away the 2 string from there. I'll show that. But anyhow, if I come here and now if I hit update, if I have done everything correct. Do you guys understand what has happened? The previous state is maintained. 1 name is updated. Why? Because I have said, keep the previous state. Like dot previous state, open the previous state, and out of that previous state, just change what? Name. Are you guys getting that one? I'll give you one more example, then you can type that. Now, if I just refresh that. So you know the data right now is 1 John 20. If I want to just change the age, what I will do, you guys get that? I'll come here and I'll say in the previous state, just go and update the age to 25, for example. Are you guys getting that one? And if I click update, what will happen? Anyone? The name will be the same because I'm not changing the name now. Rest everything will be the same. But what will be changed only? Just the because I'm saying spread previous state, change name. Spread previous state, change age. You guys getting that one? Is that making sense? So just look at that. Set person will not be called directly, rather it will have a callback function inside. And that callback function has a predefined object, which is called previous state, which actually reserves or preserves the previous state. And then what I did, I spread out that state and I said, okay, spread that out and just plug out the age and change this from 20 to 25. Is that making sense to everyone? Yes.
What if you want to change two objects?
Very good. I was expecting this question. I was always expecting this question. Now let's go and refresh that. You see that? Put a comma, put the new field and render. So again, what it is saying, spread the previous state, there are 4 values. Just go and change the 2 values. Keep the previous 2 as it is. Are you now understanding? This is a spread operator. Remember dot. We did that in the second week or third week when we were discussing functions. And you remember we were discussing arguments and then dot. We said that you can just make it a list, dot make a list. So anyhow, did you guys understand that one? Now, just give me one. There's one more example that we have to discuss. Just give me that one and then you can, because they are same. Now, instead of data, if the data, instead of, OBJ, the data is an array. For example, I say nums is equal to 1, 2, 3. This is an array, right? And I create its state variable. Remember state variable, how can I make that? So I'll say numbers and set numbers. Remember state variable equal to use state. And what I will pass here, anyone? Nums, right? So do you guys understand that now I have created an array variable and it's exactly the same. That's why I stopped you before typing, because you will see that, okay, both are almost same. Previous state will be again used. If I want to update an array with a value, right? So for example, we have numbers and numbers have what? An array, 1, 2, 3, 3 values. Now I want to add, maybe let's say I want to add a 4 value to it, 4 value. So how can I do that? Let's do that with the update button. And why not, first of all, if I just show that those numbers over here. So what I'll do is that I'll put a curly bracket. Now you all can do that later on. Numbers.map. I'll map the numbers with again 1 num each. And remember, since it is returning the JSX, so what I'll say, for example, let's put an li, and this li just put the num. Look at that. Do you guys understand that one? Numbers is what? Numbers is my state variable. Take the state variable and just map it and take one number at a time and just throw an li over there. So do you see that 3 li's are coming over here? 1, 2, 3, and all of them are coming with what? With a bullet. Remember, because in one way or other, I'm trying to make a unordered list type of something. So again, if you just put li, it will just give there. Now see that I come here and I call in this function. I say set numbers. I want to add one number to it, and I say, for example, let's say I say 5. Just add 5 to this one. Okay, why it is not recognizing that? Oh, I'm inside the body, right? Just give me a second. And that is for a reason. What I'll do, I'll just close that one. See, right? So set numbers, and if I say that I want to have a 5 over there, or say 5,6, for example, I want to add these 2 numbers to there. Make sense, everyone? So am I doing exactly the same thing, trying to update an array now? And I want to have 1, 2, 3 is already there. 5, 6, just add 5, 6 after that. Now let's update and hit update. Do you see something similar? Array has been what? updated. And I would want that. You know, exactly the same solution. Exactly the same solution. Look at that. I will never call this set numbers like this. Rather, do you guys remember that one now? Rather, I will have a callback function that will have what? Previous state. Now, see here. Now here return will be a little different. So I am saying return, and I'll say dot previous state. Now, do you understand that 1, 2, 3 is now saved? 1, 2, 3 is here. Now, I would just say, for example, let's say, for example, I say 5. And I'll just change that. Return. And you see that return, in return, what I've used? Square brackets. Why? It's a list, it's an array. And previously, what was that? Here, it was returning what? An object. So curly brackets, remember. Now, if I just say, okay, just return that one, hit save, and I come here, and first of all, I refresh 1, 2, 3, and everything is same. Now, if I click on that one, you see that 1, 2, 3, and that, do you see that 5 has been added over here? Make sense, everyone? Now, just last step before you start typing. Instead of 5, can I have a random number generated and added over here? Let's do a random number generation over here, just for your practice as well. So math.random multiply by, for example, say 50, a number inside 50. I want to have a number which should be inside 50, right? And let's say refresh that, and I click on that one. You see number is being generated, but it's of course with so many decimal points. Any solution? Do you guys remember? Math.int or math.floor. We can just wrap this all around in math.floor. You know what I'm saying? Just wrap this around into this one. Let's see if it works for us. You see that? You guys see that? A random number generates and it's added to that. Now, do you guys understand the concept of previous state? Previous state, how to capture the previous state and how to keep the previous state. That is how we basically do that. And it's very important because we are going to do in our project, the task tracker. We are going to do exactly the same thing. We will have a state and we'll be updating that. So when we'll be updating that, we need a previous state on this. Make sense, everyone? Now, you guys can just quickly, if you want, you can type that one. It's here. So if you want to look at the complete code, or rather what I'll do, if you want, I can share this complete code on Teams. You know, that would be good. Yeah, sure, go ahead. Okay, that's a word. Append might not work over here. You know why? Because the callback function, this previous state, how would you bring this previous state into that one? Actually, previous state is coming in the callback. You see that? This is the callback function over here with the blue brackets. Do you see that? So unless you use a bracket and then you want to append that one, so it won't append because it's a function and it will actually return you some list or object, updated one. Append actually works with the strings, normal strings. It's not a normal string. Make sense? Now please type this one, all of you guys. It's not opening. So you want me to upload the code of no, which code? Like the previous class code? Yeah. Okay, I think I will have that here. This is week 10. I've not uploaded anything yet, but I'll upload this, right? Yeah, just give me a second. Yeah. All right. So I've already uploaded that one. So later on, I'll update that. No worries. I'm really hoping that you guys are starting to get into this state thing, state variable changing. You see, it's not a normal variable. If it was a normal variable or a string, I could use append. I could use something, but it's a state variable. You need to run the method set number, set object. Sorry?
Can you scroll it little bit up?
Okay, all right. Is that? Or I've shared the code. I've shared the code on Teams. Can you go to the team? I've shared this code of this use state on the Teams. You can find complete code there. You might want to copy it, or maybe if you want to look at that, the code is there. Yeah.
What would happen if you didn't return anything, the function?
Over here.
Yeah, what if you didn't return anything? Oh,
That's a very good question. Actually, what happens is, as I was telling you, this callback function is for this very purpose that it has to return out the values. Why? Because this set person is waiting for a value that it needs to set in my person's data.
but if I didn't return, would it be a NOR or just color error?
If you can try that out, but what will happen if I just do not return it and I just call up like this function? So what will happen? That this function will not be returning any data, and set person will not be getting back the values over there. Because actually set person is waiting for some values to pop out. Are you make sense? This is a good question, because set person needs a value to update. When we have this one throwing back the previous state as well as the updated variables, it just receives that, and set person actually sets that data. So set person or set number is actually waiting for some number, some data. Maybe it's an array, maybe it's an object. And this function, the callback function, will actually return that data to it that we want to set up. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, both of you are someday.
Correct. So, you guys see that? How to update the array, how to update the object. We have seen both of them, right? Now, you have the code, and of course, ultimately, you will have this recording, which is going on right now. So you can, this is a part of the discussion. You can always try it at home as well, maybe, because this is one component that I'll take away. Remember, this is a notes component, discussion component. I might take it away, right? So now, if I come back to my app.jsx, which is my app.jsx, and if I come here, remember, I don't need this use state. And I actually need these tasks. Remember, everyone? Actually, we were working with this. Remember, everyone? They had these tasks over here running. So I just, commented out the use state 2, which was a topic. And again, I'll delete it as well. But actually, I want to work with this one. Yes, I'm just telling. Just give me a second. So what?
Use state 2.
Use state 2? Okay. Sorry? Oh, okay. You just scroll down.
Microsoft Teams. I closed the code.
Can you scroll?
Scroll back up. Like this. More. I shared this code, Akarsh. It's on Teams. Keep always Teams open and it's there. So this was the code. And again, as I said, you can always test it. And the code is with you and you will get the code. This one as well. So all those components in the topic folder, they are all discussion topics. Now let's move forward and try to achieve few more interesting stuff and thing. So you remember actually what we were doing? We had this tasks component where we have passed, we have called this tasks component from here. And this tasks component plural receives the tasks and not receives the task. It has the tasks. It has the task defined over here. Remember everyone? And these are the tasks that are shown over there. If I come and I remove, for example, cut this for a second and I hit save, you see that one of the tasks is gone from my UI because actually these are the tasks that have been shown by our component. So if I just come here and I do Control Z, look at that. The task come back. And of course, when the task comes back, it will come back on my UI as well. Now, I would like everyone to just, reach to this point and then we'll discuss it further. There's something very important that we want to discuss. So actually, now please everyone, actually these tasks that we are having over here, we want to have them as state variables rather than the normal variables. And do you know why? Because once I make a change in any of the tasks in my whole application, everywhere this will be updated. Are you guys getting that one? It was one of the motivation of us learning this use state that when I make an update in variable, it should be updated everywhere, wherever it is. Are you guys getting that one? Now for that, listen what I'll do. Right now, if you open your tasks component, the tasks plural, you'll find that all of this stuff that we are talking about, all of these are over here. Now, I want you to do something. Look at that. From line number 6 to line number 25, I've just, squeezed it up so that I can easily cut. I will cut it from here. Cut these tasks from here. Cut these tasks from const till everything. Make sense, everyone? I've cut the tasks. Look at that tasks component. Come to your app.jsx. And in app, before return, paste that back. What I've done, I've cut my tasks from tasks component, like the array of objects, and I pasted in my app. Same place, right after the function body, right? Now, if I hit save here and on the tasks, here and on the tasks, if I hit save here on the tasks, look at that. Of course, I'll get an error. Why? There's no tasks here now. The tasks is gone. I've deleted that, cut that from here. Make sense, everyone? Now listen, where is this task right now? It is in app right now. Can I somehow send these tasks to the tasks component? Do you guys know that? You guys remember the idea how to send something from here to that component? Do you guys remember that one? Yes. What I'll do, we'll do props. I'll say tasks is equal to tasks. And I'll tell you what does that mean. I'm saying that the tasks that I have defined over here, listen to this very carefully. It's an array of objects. Send this array of object with the name. What is this? This is the name of props. With the name prop tasks, send these tasks. Are you guys getting that one? Do you guys get it? What is this task? This one in the curly brackets. It is actually the array. And what is this task? The prop, the name of the prop or the key, with which I'm sending. So can I do something? Just for your understanding, I'm telling you. Can I change the name of while I'm sending is? Can I say t is equal to task? Is it possible? Do you guys think that I can say t is equal to task? Is it possible? Okay. Now, is it possible? Tasks is equal to t. You know why I'm discussing that? Some people might have confusion. Actually, this curly bracket thing is the task from the top, and the tasks before equal to is the key. You can change the key. You can name it anything you want, right? You can say X something. Anyhow, wonderful. So you guys understand this concept. Now, what will be the next step? Import means props. I have to catch the props. Remember, whenever you send a prop from behind, you have to catch that prop in the brackets over here. And what is the name of the prop that I have to catch here? Tasks. It's beneficial to name them same so that we don't have to get the. So I will write here tasks. And when I hit save, do you guys see that our project is got back? Is that? You know why? It was trying to run the tasks over here and tasks were missing from there because we deleted that, cut that. But we transported that in the app, and from the app we have passed it back. You might be thinking, what is the benefit of that? I'll tell you what is the benefit. We have taken it to the central position. The main hub. Our main hub is app. So I have shifted my variables from like my data from here to there. Now listen, do I need to make any other change? No, it was already reading the tasks. So we have the tasks over prop name, and then prop is being generated over here. And from here, we are sending this task one after the other to the task. Remember, singular task, which actually shows me. And where I have used the icon, where I have used this, I've just, displayed that one. Make sense, everyone? Now listen to this very carefully. Actually, why I have done that, one of the reason is that I will come to my app.jsx and I would say that here I want to import use state from React. Use state. Now you remember use state was used for what? For defining the state variables. Now I'll come here. I'll say const. Now tasks, comma set tasks. I'll define a state variable here. And I'll say use state. Now see here, it's already giving me error because task is already defined with the name, right? So I'll just handle that one. But what I need to do, I actually want to convert this normal array value. Are you guys getting that one? Into what? Into a state variable. Are you guys getting that one? Now listen, what I'll say. I will say that come over here and from this square bracket till this square bracket, from here till that point to that point, cut it from here and paste it inside the use state. Look at that. And of course, now we no more need this const tasks. I'll comment it out. Did you guys understand what we have done? We have taken, remember, tasks had this square bracket and tasks everything. I have cut that from there and I have pasted this inside that one. So did I make my tasks now a state component, like a state variable? Because now I can manage my state overall in every component and they will be transported from here to the next one. I don't need to make any other change because still the name is tasks, which is being passed, right? So it's a little bit of the thing that it's nothing but here. Now I'm about to tell you something very interesting. We have not talked about the events in React. And today we'll start talking about the events, functions. Like, functions we have talked about, events, clicking, user clicks something. So just keep it as a task right now. But you know that whenever this tasks are here, a user might come over here and click on this X. And what does that mean? User want to remove this task from here, from UI. Make sense, everyone? So now let's start working on some of the operations, some of the events. The first event we want to work on over here is, look at that. Delete the task. So I will create a function over here. Now see, how would we create a function? Let's call this function, let delete task is equal to curly bracket, like, let's make an arrow function and let's do just consoling here. You see, I've just created a function delete task. I would need everyone to give me a reaction when you are done. Wonderful. When you are done with that. I just defined a function delete task. And it is just consoling right now. Nothing, no big deal. Now, I have a little question here. Yes. Sorry. Arrow sign is not equal to arrow, like greater than something. Right, save and write down inside that, delete or whatever. Now I have a little question. Can you guys just look at it over here, because I want you to understand that concept. I am creating a function. I'm creating a function that will actually delete the task from here. Right? I have created the function. Now I have a question. Should I pass this function as a prop to header or to tasks? This is my question here from the back. This is a function that will delete the task. And actually it will be called on this X. Remember everyone, this red X. Make sense? So my big question over here is, should I pass this function? I have to pass this as a prop. So should I pass it to the header or to the tasks? What do you guys understand? Anyone? I have to pass this function somewhere where I want it to run. I'll come back to you. Can you guess that? Tasks. Why? Because tasks is something which is generating these tasks. So actually, I ultimately want this function to reach somehow to this X. Are you guys getting that one? And do you know how we are reaching over here? We are reaching over here with a little hierarchy. Should I show you the hierarchy here? Look at the hierarchy. We have an app component in which I have created this function, a delete task. I want to pass this delete task to tasks component, and where this tasks will actually transport this function to the task, because you know what, which component is showing this one, just this one, which component is showing this, actually task. Remember everyone? So actually this function will come from here to here and from here to here, and ultimately in this task somewhere with the X I'll have to execute it. Are you guys getting that one? It's a function that will be transported. Now see here, I'll show you. So I say here that when you are calling tasks, pass a function with the prop name on delete is equal to delete task. Did you guys get it? What is the name of the prop? On delete. And what is the value of the prop? Delete task. What is this delete task? It's a function. And we are sending it as a reference. No parentheses, remember, right? Just reference. We are sending a function. Take this function, go to the next tasks. Now, can someone suggest me what will be my next step? Very next step. Sorry? Wonderful, wonderful. Go to the tasks. Wonderful. Go to the task and do what? And I'll have to come here and I write on delete. Does everyone understand that one? Because from behind, first I was just passing the task prop, and now I'm sending another prop. And what is that prop? Delete. Make sense? So I'm sending on delete as well. On delete is received over here. Now, what is the next step? Kalyan, what do you think? What is the next step? Yes, Kash, yes.
Need to turn something.
Listen, now I need to pass this on delete to the task component as well, because here nothing is happening. Actually, everything is happening in the task component. Make sense? Now listen. So I will come here and see here. I would like to name them same because, just to, and I want you to understand that one. Look at that. I'll say on delete is equal to on delete. Now, again, my same question. Living in this, which one I can change? Can I change this as sending as a prop, or I can change this? Anyone? The first one or the second one? The first, because I'm sending as a prop. Do you guys understand? But I'm keeping them same. That will be beneficial for us. On delete is equal to on delete. And what is on delete? Something that you have caught from the behind. Something that you have caught from the behind. Make sense, everyone? Now, wonderful. Next step. I have to go to task.jsx because where I have to catch this function. Make sense, everyone? Now, let's go to the task component. Now, where should I call this? Here. On delete. And now, something that this might be new for you. Where I want to call this, I actually want to call this with this x. Remember, everyone? Now, ultimately, I've got the function at the right place where it has to come. Now, see here. I would say this is my x icon. Do you guys remember that one? FA times. Now, look at that. How I will call a function with this one. I'll come here even before style. So remember on click, everyone. Do you guys remember on click is equal to curly brackets. What should I write here? Anyone? Wonderful. On delete. I hope you guys understand that one. This is a threefold process. Now, if I ask you, on delete is actually a prop that was received from the tasks. And where did it come into task? It came from the app. Yeah. And where is in app? App we have defined it. So if we have done everything correct, do you understand? When I go and click on this X, it should console out something. Console out what? Console log delete task. Make sense, everyone? Now let's check that one. I come here, I run that, I open the console, and I'll just make it bigger. Now see here, if I come and I click on this X, do you guys see that? Delete task. Do you see that delete task is being called 3 times? Whenever I'm clicking on any of the X. So do you guys understand something very interesting? We have transported a function from app till task, and now it is actually calling that function. And what will be the benefit? Do you guys understand? Now, whatever this function will do to the tasks over there, will it be available in all the application? Makes sense? It will be available on all the application. Now listen, delete task. Delete task is working. When I'm clicking on this X, my delete task works. Do you guys understand that one? Now, when we have to delete a task, do we need its ID as well, like unique ID, which we want to delete that? So now let's say, come back over here. And here what I'll do, look at that. I'll say actually it will receive a parameter ID because it needs an ID. And why not if I just want to show the ID as well? That show the ID as well with this one. Make sense, everyone? Now, let's come back over here. Let's see if it will show right now. If I click on, if I click on this X, I'll clean that. I'll show you. If I just click on this X, it actually shows something. It says delete task, and then it says synthetic event, on click, target, something abnormal. Does it look like? Why? Because I'm trying to print here ID. And do you remember ID? It is right now considering this ID as the event. Do you guys remember the event? Client X, client Y. So now listen, whenever we have to capture this ID over here, listen what we'll do. We'll come to our task component and see, I will never call this function like this. React says that if you have to pass something. So, actually what I have to do, listen, actually I have to pass here task.id. Do you guys make sense? Whatever task you are on, just pass the ID over here. But listen, we don't do that like this. Rather, I'll tell you how to do that. If there is a function that you need to pass the value to, always React says you have to do this like this. A callback function, and you will say on delete and task.id. I would like everyone to just understand that one before we do anything. I had to pass something and delete on delete. Remember, if I did not pass something, I was just calling on delete directly. But now I have to pass something to it. What I have to pass? I have to pass the ID of this task wherever we are. So what I'll do, I'll call a callback function and I'll say on delete task.id. Pass the ID of this task which is under consideration. Make sense? Now, let's run that and see whether it is now corrected or not. Let's hit save. And let's come back over here. I refresh that and I clean that up and I click on any of the tasks. Do you guys get? I'm getting the right task. Now look at that. If I click on this one, what I get? It's ID 3. Remember everyone? It's actually showing me the ID of that particular task as well. Let me make it bigger. And if I come here and I click on this one, see that? ID 1, ID 2, ID 1, whatever. You just keep on doing that. It means we have successfully caught the ID of the task to be deleted. Make sense, everyone? Right? Now we have to implement this delete. Now let's come back and implement that. Now we have caught the ID and I want to implement. Now let's get back to the app and we don't want to console that, by the way. Remember, we are just checking that one. And now see here. This is very important part. What I have to do over here, I have to go in the tasks. Task is a state variable. Do you guys remember that one? I have to go into the task variable and I have to remove that particular task whose ID is passed over here. I'll ask again. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? In this component, we have tasks and we have 3 tasks right now. Gosh, I want you to just be here for a second. So we have 3 tasks on the top. So what this delete function will do, we have passed an ID to this one. And you see, we have passed through the task component. We are passing an ID of a particular task. It will receive that ID and it will just remove that particular task from all the tasks and rest of the tasks will be there. Make sense, everyone? Can someone suggest a function which takes a collection list and removes maybe one element from them? Yes. Filter. Do you guys remember the filter function? How many of you remember filter function? You remember when we were discussing filter function in JavaScript as well, I told you that it's going to be used. Map, filter, these functions are going to be used. What filter does? Filter actually takes a condition and if it just returns those which follow the condition. Whatever does not follow the condition, it does not return that value. Filter. How many of you remember filter? You can just go home and look at that. Now listen, just see here what I'll do. So now I'll say call set tasks, because actually we have to set the tasks. Make sense, everyone? Set tasks. So we'll say take the tasks and filter it. Take the task and filter it. Now see, filter means what? You know that filter also takes on a callback function inside that. So callback function inside callback function inside callback function. But let's see that. So we are saying take one task at a time and return all those tasks which do not have this ID, which has been passed. What does that mean? Now, I would write task.id is not equal to ID. Did I miss something? Hopefully it's all done. Let me just check that one if I have not missed anything. Otherwise, then I'll. Do you guys understand what's happening? Filter. You know what filter has done? Look at that. I'll show you. Filter is saying, look, this is very important. I want to understand that one. Filter does what? It takes out the whole my value, and this is set task. And remember, set task does what? Change my state variable. What is in my state variable right now? An array with 3 values, 3 objects. Make sense, everyone? An array with 3 objects. Now what I'm saying set tasks. Now go and change the tasks and do what? Tasks.filter. Take one task at a time from this task, apply a condition. If the ID of this particular task, whatever task you are on, if it is not equal to the ID passed, return that. Wherever it matches, does not return that. Are you guys getting that one? When I click on the one ID 1, it checks. For example, let's say I clicked on 3 ID. So it checks whether task.id, which is, I'm clicking on the 1. If 1 is equal to the 1 that has been passed, no. Go to the next. 2 is equal to the 3, no. Third, 3 equal to the 3, not equal to this condition false. And it just turns out and it says that I have, so it in the process, it has actually filtered out, look at that, filter out rest of the application, rest of the tasks from here. Are you guys getting that one? If you are having a little bit difficulty understanding filter, I would say that go and just find out the filter example, very simple, maybe on W3 schools, and look at the filter example. Filter does what? It checks the condition, whatever matches the condition, it returns that and creates a new array. And whatever, of course, wherever there is a condition matching, it won't return that one. So it is not returning the task with that particular ID which is being passed. And where this task has been passed to, remember, it has been passed from the task component. Are you guys getting that? Yes. Go back to your task component. You know what I like is that, and this is a very classical example that I told you. Actually, you do not call directly. You remember, I will call it as a callback, which is that we call this one. I'll show you. Just be here. I'll show you. Look at that. That classical example has come over here. This is the one. Karsh, look at that. You know what Karsh has done, and I'll show you that because it's something that you. So I told you that I had to pass task.id to on delete. Remember, everyone? So I told you that you cannot directly call it. Rather, you'll have to call a callback and then call this one. Now, Karsh has done something that I will do with my code, and you will see the difference because I want to see that what Karsh has done. So Karsh has done, he forgot to use the callback function, and he just called something like this. Karsh, was that correct? Was that like this? Okay. I think you use something else, which I'm
After the
remove the semicolon. Okay. Okay, wonderful. Do you see that all tasks are gone? And you know why the tasks are gone? Because this function is automatically directly called. And somehow all the tasks have disappeared. Are you guys getting that? It is not waiting for an ID and just match that ID. It is just filtering out everything. Because there is no ID being provided. So we cannot directly call this function. Make sense, everyone? This is a very good problem to have. Now, how do we call that? I'll just show you again. How do we call that? We call that like this. We will create a callback function here. Karsh, look at that. And I'll create an arrow sign. And for example, I'll make a curly bracket. And I'll have to close that maybe here. Let's see that. Look at that. Now, if I hit refresh, look at that. All the tasks are here. When I go and click on this task is gone. This task is gone. This task is gone. How many of you are successfully able to delete your tasks? Wonderful. I see a raised hand at the back. Do you guys do that? So now what we have done, we have removed successfully a task from here. Now here is a first another spicy thing that we want to add over here. What is that spicy thing? Do you see that right now I have deleted all the tasks? So in my app, you remember I had these 3 tasks, and now somehow after filtering all of these, look at that. It might not show that over there, but do you see that actually they are all gone? It means that tasks are 0 now. There is no task. Make sense, everyone? So do you see that it looks blank, very bad? shouldn't we have a message over here that there is no more tasks to display, no tasks to display? Are you guys getting that one? I'm telling you how to do that. Everyone, please just have a look at that one. And this is a very important point that you will make in your application a lot of time. I will come around these tasks and I will put a curly bracket around this tasks component. Curly bracket. Remember, curly bracket is very important, right? I'm saying tasks dot length is greater than 0, question mark. Do you guys remember the ternary operator? Tasks dot length greater than 0. If that is the case, then show this task and everything. Otherwise, look at that. Otherwise, colon, no tasks to display. Did you guys understand that one? This is a very cool thing. You put a curly bracket and you can do any type of programming. And I'll do another very interesting programming shortly. Is that making sense? What it is doing? It's saying that if task.length is greater than 0, then display the task. And if the tasks are gone, display what? No task to display. Now, if I refresh that, because this is all happening in the DOM right now. So tasks are back. Now, if I start deleting these tasks, 1, 2, 3, you see, as the time goes, it is less than 0 or equal to 0. It says that no task to display. Is that interesting? Right? Now let's do one more thing before we go for a quick break. Let's do one more thing. Do you remember we are writing our own all style in index.css? Everyone remembers that? In index.css, just come here and create another class with this name, task.reminder. Reminder class, and say border left is equal to 5 pixel solid green. Border left. I've defined a class over here. .task.reminder. Make sense? I actually want to do something interesting here. Right? .task.reminder. We have defined a class, and you see border left 5 pixel. Now, interestingly, listen. If you open your task component, do you remember that task component? Every task has a class of task. Everyone remembers that one in the div. And remember, this task is a class that is giving this styling, background color and everything, the font size, everything. If I just come here and I give a space after task and I write reminder, the class that I've created just now, I do it for everything. If I hit save, you guys see something interesting. What has happened? Every task has got a green border, and it's no big deal. I have created a reminder class and I've applied that reminder class. We can apply 2 classes like this. Make sense, everyone? Now, I don't want everyone to have this green border. I just want those tasks to have this green border who have true as a reminder. Are you guys getting that one? And anyone understanding what I'm saying? I want just those. So listen what I'm saying. App.jsx. Look at that. Now, can you tell me for the first task, is the reminder true? Yes. For the second task, false. Third task, false. Are you guys getting that one? So why in the world? Because right now, why it is showing with everyone? Because I've just gone and applied that to every task. You guys understand that one? For every task. Can I do a little programming there? Now see, I'm doing a little programming over here. Now see, you guys will enjoy that. I'll go to the task. Instead of, so remember, if I just take away both classes, for example, both classes, there is no class. So the style of the task is gone because task class is also gone. Make sense, everyone? So I would say, now see here, I'm doing something really cool. I would come here and I would write a curly bracket Again, I'm doing some programming. Same programming that we have done over there with the tasks to display. Remember task to display. So I've done a curly bracket. And see here, in the curly bracket, I write backticks. And I write, for example, tasks. For example, just write the tasks. It was tasks, not tasks. Sorry. I was thinking why it is not applying this task class. So it was not tasks. I was just confused. You understand what I'm saying? Now see here. Have I got my tasks back to original? Now, I have to do a little programming here. I will check every task's reminder value. If it is true, then apply a class of reminder. Otherwise, don't apply. How many of you are understanding what I'm trying to say here? Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Now listen, how would I do that? I'll just come here. After the task, I'll write dollar curly brackets, task dot reminder, question mark. Task dot reminder, question mark, and what do you do? So in double quotations, I write reminder, or colon, I write nothing, and I close the backticks over here. I somehow just deleted the backticks maybe. So, okay, I went outside the bracket, sorry. Okay, so which bracket I missed? This one?
Yeah.
Oh, I should have it, right? Task dot reminder, check that. If it is there, apply a reminder class, colon, don't apply anything. I'm still missing them. The curly bracket here. Oh yeah, so maybe this one is missing the bracket, right? Now, am I all good? No. I forgot the backtick, and backtick should come after that, right? No. There is still some problem. I'll just come back. No problem. I'll just come back. I'll start from the beginning. No problems, right? Let's see that. Oh, I see. Actually what is missing? Oh, the div tag was missing, right? Oh my God. Okay, no problem. I'll just do a control Z to the level where I will reach that. Control Z, control Z. Let's do control Z, control Z. Now, is that good? Now see, I'll just start from the beginning again. Yes. So now it is, I've just applied a backtick and I've applied a class over here of the task, right? After that, inside the backtick, I would write dollar curly bracket reminder dot, sorry, I'm going the opposite, task dot reminder. Make sense? And I think at that time I was right. So question mark. Oh, it should be inside still? Are you sure? Oh yeah, sorry. Right. So here I would say reminder colon nothing. Now am I right now? Yes, I think I was now right. So I got confused. Now see here. In this one, we had a backticks. So we are saying always apply the task class, regardless whatever happened. After task class, just check if the reminder of the task is true, apply another class of what? Reminder. Otherwise, just leave it empty. Empty means just one class will be implemented. Now, do you see that? Now, do you see the difference on my output? What is happening? Just only one of them is showing the border. And you know why it is showing the border? Because reminder is true for it. And if I just come here in the tasks, app.jsx, and I make this reminder true here as well. I hit save. Look at that. You guys understand that? Because now there is a condition running on. condition is going into the tasks reminder, and it says if it is true, I'll make it a green border. If it is not true, I will not make a green border. Yes, so we have used ternary operator over here. Look at that. We have used it over here, and we said that task should definitely come. After that, this is all a condition over here. That check task.reminder. If it is true, question mark, apply a reminder class, colon, otherwise don't apply. So if reminder is true, you see that wherever it is true, it is just making that. And wherever it is false, I can just come here and I can make false for the first one. I say, no, this is false. For example, this is false. Hit save. Look at that. The reminder is gone from there. Are you guys getting that one? So again, I just confused a little bit syntax. So look at that. Just look at that over here. It's a backticks. Backtick, inside backtick, we have task, and then we have a task.reminder test. And if it reminder is true, so actually from this, out of this complete expression box from here to here, you see it in from this complete expression box, we either get reminder or we either get nothing. And when we get reminder class, when we have the reminder is basically true for the task. If the task is true, then we get a reminder class, and otherwise we don't get that one. Are you guys getting that one? Or you want me to just show you another example on the testing something? Is it good? It's good. You understand that one? So again, if I again, I'll just cut that one, the selected part. So you see that task will always be there. Task will always be there. But if I want to check the reminder. If reminder is true, then apply another task. Otherwise, don't apply the task. The reminder. So let's take a break of 10 minutes, and you should all be back in 10 minutes. We'll just start discussion after the 10 minutes. Now, if anyone wants, I can help you out during the break. I can help you out because I'm here. So if anyone needs help to just make their code run. Yeah. Sorry?
In class before, is it React?
Yeah,
Okay.
but very basic.
Yeah, I know. Just, I have other assignments too.
Yeah, but if you add the concept, define the.
Green color reminded.
Andreas Raff. Sorry?
Noman is there. We can, yeah. So we'll end this class and then we'll pay around. Yeah.
Without this. It's better.
I got some problem. Use it.
I'm not getting
The person. Call to clear the nums. And then create a confusion.
Wonderful.
Send forth.
What after that? So after that, what we did that we want to change text as well. The change button. It was change button is right now just changing the person right now, right? Can you show me that? Did you call this use state again?
Comment this.
You comment it out. We can uncomment it. It's very easy. You see that? Yeah, app. We just you come here and comment the tasks. Yeah, wonderful. You see that? It's very easy. I just select this all, You see that? Yeah. I covered it out and I uncovered, you said two it is, right? And you have to, both of them, no problem.
Oh, because if.
Wonderful. So now see that when I'm clicking on this one, you see that name is changing from whatever to this one. Now, I want to see that on the, what is the effect of change of number? Can you take the chair? It's out. What is the effect on the number? So if I come here and you see, let's close this function, right? And after this, if I just come here, no, not very simple, close this one. You know what I mean? It is after set person number. So I say set numbers. Set numbers, it is right. Oh, so you were saying, you said that you have created that. Oh, it's set nums it is.
Yeah.
You have called it set nums.
But.
Usually we keep the same name.
Okay.
Usually keep the same name, right? Call it numbers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It will be easy to remember, you know, numbers and set numbers. Nums was the number, you know, that we have seen. So see here, so I come here and I would say after this, set numbers. And if I say I want to add a 5 to it, right? Just I want to add a 5. Directly add a 5, right? And I come here and I run my application. Look at that. Oh, I'm not showing the array as well. I'll show you.
Yeah.
If you want to show array, you can just show it over here. You can just come here and you can say, for example, a UL, create a UL. And inside that, run a expression box and do what? You say, for example, numbers dot map. Oh, you have called numbers. It's very, very bad. Numbers, right? Numbers, right? So now, no problem. So I'll write numbers dot map. Now, in the map, take one number at a time. One number at a time and do what? In that, just do what, for example, would you send li? Oh, rather, it would be a, it would be a JSX. So I'll have to use the route differences. Remember? So JSX.
While you.
Li. Yeah. So I'll say none. Print the numbers, right? Now look at that. Now look at that. 1, 2, 3 are coming. Now if I click on change, you see that it changes and you see that all my array is updated, which I don't want. I actually want that. So for that reason, what we did, show you. What we did, I will not call this set number like this. Rather, I call this with a callback function, right? Yeah, that will have a previous state like that. So I will pass a previous state over here. And I would say that in the function, return me something. Return me what? Return me as an array. Here, dot. Take out the previous array, right? Previous array is, there is a state, there is a value. And for example, I say 10, right? So what it will do, it will say, okay, it will take the previous state or the previous values and add a 10 to them. And how do I know that? I will know that like this. Refresh, and if I click on that, it will keep on adding because we are just saying that. Keep on adding 10. You understand? And I did what? I just changed it to the math.one. Remember? Should I do that for you? Math.load. Inside that math.random. I want to have a number under 50. You can just write that. Under 50, the number will be the name of the. Just come here, I can see it. And 40, 20. Yes, sir? So it's just producing a number. It will never go over 50 because random multiplier. Got it?
That's a JavaScript, right? Again, we have used JavaScript.
Take the tasks, map it, and each task take out one task at a time. And this is actually the JSX. So task is your task, on delivery. You're passing these 3 prompts. Make sense? It's passing 3 prompts to task. Can you open task component? Task.js. See that task is receiving 3. No, you are just receiving task and on delivery. Even though it has to receive one more thing. Can you go there? What is that?
Just style.
No. Go to the task. Oh, that's the key. Okay, that's okay. Key. We don't receive the key. Is just not the purpose of that. You're done. You're done, right? And here, you just make a div and just take the task. And again, just check that whether it is X or Y, whatever you have just left that one. So it's rather than X, it would be reminder class. You want to apply the reminder class.
Yeah, I did it short.
Or you call it X, the
Yeah.
class is X.
Yeah. If it's X, it's true. It's like it's false.
No, you have to apply here class. Like, actually, this should be replaced with either X or Y. It will be replaced with X or Y. We don't want to do that. We actually want to replace them. Oh, okay, right. Wonderful. You have done a some.
I made it right.
Wonderful.
There's no remainder.
Okay, wonderful. That's good. Looks like you're learning things, right? Understanding. But always go home and look at the recordings when I share that. Always look at the recording and try to just follow along again. That would be beneficial.
Reflection.
Yeah. Oh, and a good idea.
Yeah.
All right, so let's start our discussion. Hopefully.
Thank you. Thanks.
Now, you know what we have to do the next step. Listen, everyone. Next step is, these are the tasks. If I double click on any of the tasks, I want to change its reminder. You know what I mean? For example, I have the task and right now, its reminder is what? And now we can visibly see that. What is the reminder here?
False.
What is the reminder here? And this is false. And we know that we have done a programming and we are programmatically looking at green border where there is a true reminder. Now I want to make a function that will actually toggle this one. I'll apply on the task and you come on the task, double click on the task and it goes from false to true and true to false. Are you guys getting that one? This will be very interesting. So now let's go to our app component first of all. You see our all activities will be happening where? In app. You see that we have created our functions in app and we are transporting it ultimately, right? Come on, quickly. So now see here, after the delete the task, I want to do toggle reminder. I have to toggle the reminder. Make sense, everyone? I need to toggle the reminder. Now, let's create a function. Let toggle reminder is equal to, and again, when we will be toggling the reminder, we will again need an ID because which task you want to toggle, right? So I have to have the ID and let's say console right now. And I'll first of all implement that and then, so toggle reminder. And let's say ID also, let's see that if ID is received properly or not. Toggle reminder. Now, same question that I asked previously. Which component should I pass this toggle reminder function as? Should it be header or should it be tasks again? Task, because toggle will be done in the tasks. Wonderful. Now see here what I'm doing. In the tasks, I say, these are the two props already. I'll say on toggle, just call it on toggle, and pass my toggle reminder function to that one. Make sense? Yes.
Can we create this function inside the task?
The toggle reminder?
Yeah.
Well, that's a very good question. You know, here's the question, and I want to have some question. This is that can I create this toggle reminder function instead of here in my task component? Are you guys getting that one? It's a valid question. When would you like to answer that? Is it possible if I just define this toggle reminder instead of here into my task component, rather I go direct in task and I create it over there? What do you think might be a little problem or might be a implication of that? Yeah.
You can set the task if you're inside the task.
Wonderful. Yeah. That's more than 90% of the answer, but let's take more answer. Yes.
Try to do all the functioning.
Mhm. In the central app component. Okay. Now both are combined and I'll answer you. Actually, this toggle reminder will actually affect what? Our tasks. And literally it will go to the task and change the reminder from true to false and false to true. Are you understanding that one? So now, if I take this function into the task, there is a way, we might not discuss, there is a context API through which we can have anywhere the function and anywhere the use state variable. But do you know the use state variable that toggle reminder will be disturbing? They are also live in the app.jsx. Are you getting that one? So if I take this over there and when I say, okay, go and change the task, will I have the tasks over there? I won't have the set tasks over there because that is a state variable that has been passed to me from the app. So, I'll tell you another example. When I'm just clicking it over, and when we'll be making any change over here, actually, I will be making change in the task component. So there is no way that I can go back and I say in the app, just update the task over there. Understand? So actually, that's why we are defining this function over here. Now listen, toggle reminder. Now, you know that I've passed this toggle reminder. Next step, everyone. I come in the tasks. And with what name I've sent that? On toggle. Now, next step. On toggle equal to, can anyone complete this? On toggle equal to what in curly brackets? On toggle. I hope you guys have at least understood this, how to handle the props and the props and their values. So on toggle is equal to on toggle. Wonderful. Now let's come back to the task component. And here, first of all, the first step. On toggle, I have to receive the parameter from behind. Now, where do I want to call it? That's a very important point. I want to call it, listen, I want to call it on my div and on an event which is called on double click. How many of you guys understanding that one? I want to call on the on double click of the div. You guys understand that one? And what is this div? Div is actually creating my task. Div is actually creating this, light colored task. Now see here, on double click equal to, and I would say on toggle. Let's see that if it works. Do you guys understand that one? Now listen, I have applied that on the div. Remember last time I received, on delete. Where did I apply that? Like where did I call that? I called that in FA times because it was supposed to run with this. Now I want this function to run actually on the double click of what? Listen, on the double click of this div. Double click of this div. Are you guys getting that one? Now, if I have done everything correct, I will open up my console and check. Let's open the console and check. Console. If I double click on this task, nothing happening, it means I have something wrong here. Let's see what is happening. Okay. Okay, it's asking for unique key prop. Remember, I might have just missed that one, but right now it is not doing that double clicking. That is bad. I'll just check that one. Just give me a second. On double click is equal to on toggle. Can you guys also check that one? Because sometimes, for my system, I know that sometimes it does not work for me. Oh, see that. It's actually happening. Look at that. If I come here and I double I understand what's happening. I'll show you. Rather than console in the app.jsx, and rather, let's keep the console as well. If I put an alert, double click works. You know what I mean? I'm just testing that one. Double click works. And I come here and I write. Do you guys understand that one? It means actually it is working, but it's not working while I have my console open. And I'll show you. It's actually working there as well. Look at that. It's actually working there as well. Do you see that toggle reminder it's showing? But do you say it says synthetic base event? What is that? Do you remember it happened with us while we were deleting as well? Actually, I had to pass the ID over here. Do you guys remember that one? And how would I pass the ID? Look at that. And it's working fine. So I'll just close that because, you know, I had to just look at that. Can someone tell me how would I call this function in my task component to get the ID as well? And the same method will be applied as we talked about over there. Now, how can I pass some ID over here on this on toggle? Anyone? Yes. What I'll do? No. Again, remember, I'll have to use a callback function over here. Remember, I cannot directly pass. And Karsh did that. You saw that I show you that it will automatically be called. No, in the callback function, you will say this one, and you will say over here. Sorry. In the callback function, I will do what? I'll just write it over here, and I would say that call that function. And what is the name of function? On toggle. And what should I pass in their bracket? Anyone? Task.id. That's wonderful. Do you guys understand that one? You have to remember this syntax. It's ugly, but we have to remember. Somehow it happens like this. You have to have a callback. Inside that callback, you can call the function with providing the ID or the value, whatever. Do you guys understand that one? If we have done that successfully, look at that. What will happen now? If I double click on this one, see here it is showing me alert because I've used the alert. But if I go to my inspector, do you guys see the ID reminder one? And it's not working. Somehow it's not working when my inspector is open. But is it working fine now? Now we have to implement its functionality. This is very important. We have to implement what? Its functionality. Now let's come back over here and let me see why it is not working here. You see that it does not work while it's open. And I click on that, it works. And you will see the task ID 2 will also come. You see that task toggle reminder and 2, right? Now see here. Now, actually toggle reminder will do what? It's not alert or console. We have to do something else. So toggle reminder here, we have to actually change one property from every state when someone clicks on this one. And which property we have to change? Anyone? The reminder property. We have to change what? Reminder property. Now, should I use here filter or a map? Filter. Wonderful. Which function should I use over here? Filter? Why map? I'm just why map?
Because you're gonna go into the.
So we were going in the properties in the deletion as well. There is another reason behind that. Wonderful. You are answering right, but maybe you don't know the right reason. Other than Vank, Sanchit, can you try why I would? What should I use? I should have map or a filter?
So just catch all of the properties instead of just filtering out them.
Wonderful. This is the answer. Actually, here I'm not filtering out something. I don't have to leave any task. I have to go in every task and match with the ID, given ID. Wherever ID is matched, I have to just replace or flip its reminder. Are you guys getting that one? So here we are not in delete. We are talking about just delete this particular task. So go in all tasks and just remove one of them. So there was a filtering purpose. Here what we are doing, we have to. So now, wonderful. This is now what we'll do. We'll say, so first of all, set tasks. You know, this is very important because we have to set the tasks. Set tasks. Now here, let's put, you know, that there is a callback function over here in the set tasks. Oh, no, sorry. So here I will have this curly bracket, and what I'll do. No, I'm wrong. What I'll do, I'll say tasks dot map. First of all, task dot map, right? And now again, one task at a time. right? And it is also will be returning, or, it will be just, setting that one. Now, what will be the condition now? Anyone? What will be the condition? Here, actually, I might need to just apply a ternary condition as well. Maybe ternary condition or something. Why? Because I have to check every task reminder. If, or whatever is the value of the reminder, I have to flip that value. Because know what I'm saying? Actually check every reminder and go to the reminder and flip it. If it is true, make it false. If it is false, make it true. So what we'll do? Anyone? Yeah, we have to do that for specific task. Yes, right. So what we'll do? So what would you mean that by that?
Like not not flip all of the tasks. Like if one is already a reminder, it should be a reminder as it is.
Mhm.
And if I want to make another thing as a reminder,
Mhm.
it should add it as a reminder, not just flip all of them.
Okay, I might not make sense. What are you saying? What should we do? I can go. Yes, Kash.
You should try to change the div class name.
Mhm.
Because, being for you should not flip that and change that using this toggle key.
Okay, right. Anyone else? Shang?
First, we need to check if the ID is equal to the class ID.
Mm-hmm.
After that, we need to have another ternary operation to check if the reminder is true or false. If it's true, then it becomes false becomes true.
Wonderful, wonderful. It means I should not call this set task right now. I'll have to call the set task after the checking. You need to say, Shang, what should I do over here? Should I start over here with what? Check ID. So I'll say task.id equals ID. Is that what you mean? Okay. Question mark. Now what? If the ID provided to function is equal to the ID of that particular task where we are clicking, where we have selected. So what should we do after question mark? So IDs are matched. So if IDs are matched, let's try to do that. So for example, I would say, okay. Would it be task? No. Yeah. Just give me a second. I'll have to think about it. Set tasks, task.map. Go to every task and just try to match that one. Yeah. No, we are not checking the class name as a reminder. We have to here check. Look, let's talk about this. We will be just going to every task and trying to read the reminder over there. If the reminder is equal to the reminder, or is equal to the ID of given, like the task reminder is equal to the ID given provided, they are same, then flip it around. Is that what we need to do? So I was just thinking that how would I do that? Let's. The map. That's interesting. Okay, can we do this? Let me just try this one out. I'm just right now completely blank. Copilot is answer. Yeah, what's that? What does it say? He'll have to show that. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, I was going, just sit down there. So I was going in the right direction, by the way. Just the thing that you need to do. So actually, here I was just a little bit confused over here. Look at that. Let's do that. So if the IDs are equal to this one, we'll do what? We'll do a curly bracket over here, right? Just keep it there. Keep that. We don't want to see that. So now see that. Open up the task. Look at that. Open up the task. Like, the stretch out the task again, spread out the task and just change what? What is that? Reminder. Now see that. After that, do what? Reminder, right? Colon. So it should be what? Not reminder. Oh, yes, not task.reminder. Task.reminder. What is missing now?
Now, task not reminder. Before.
Is an extra bracket rounded one? No. Okay, just let. So task.id is equal to this one. Task and reminder should be equal to not task.reminder. Okay, colon is expected. So okay, right. So its colon is expected, why? Because what we have done is this, and let's see that. You see that what is, what was missing over there? Because it was saying colon is missing. So colon is missing means that we have not completed the ternary for that matter. So now let's try that one out and let's see if it is happening. Oh, wonderful. You see that what is happening? What is happening? Actually, it is updating or, it is toggling the reminder. But do you see what has happened with others? All the tasks are gone. Are you guys getting that one? It means there is something wrong with our code. So, but let's refresh that one. If I come here and I double click on this, you see that it has changed its reminder, but somehow something is happening that our tasks are being all destroyed. Yes.
Can you that previous almost there's nothing in this.
Sorry.
Just right there.
Where? Over here. Here I don't want any. Sorry.
Map function.
What?
Like calls of the map function, it is updating all of the values. It is just showing that task that we have opposed a task reminder.
Mhm.
It is just showing that task and nullifying all of the task.
But don't you think that is happening because it has to match with the one task and then only do that? You know what I mean? Because there is a one, you see here, because what we are saying that map, and map means we have to go every task, like by the way, let's discuss that. So go to the map, like, go to the every task, take one task at a time and check if task.id equals ID. So again, we are talking about one of them, right? And after, so again, if this is okay, all right. So here it is just, oh yeah, that's right. Wonderful. So what should I write here? I should write task, right? Maybe. Let's do that. Yeah. So that's right. It should be right now. Wonderful. Thank you very much. This was a little bit trickier. So now, yes, so empty means it is just, you were right. You were saying that I was not understanding. It is nullifying everything over here. Because if that does not match, the rest of the tasks were going all dead. So now let's talk about this, which was a little bit confusing. So reminder, ID will be received, set tasks, go to every task and check if the ID of the task matches to the ID, the past ID. Do what? Spread that task out. Out of this task, take the reminder and just flip it. You see that? Flip it. So whatever it is, if it is true, make it false. If it is false, make it true. Make sense, everyone? And it is basically doing that, and it is just showing that one over here. Now, to end our session, I'll be telling you a very interesting tool over here. Most of you are using, I'm understanding most of you are using Chrome extension, right? So can Chrome browser, can you install an extension and its name is React Developer Tools? Can you make this extension React Developer Tools? Can you, go to the extensions maybe? Rather, you can go here as well. In the extensions, you have to install or activate this React Developer Tools. Can you do that? React Developer Tools. We will end our session over here, but I want to give you something very interesting before we go. Have you done that? If you install that successfully and you go to your inspector, you will find in this, you will find two new things, components and profiler. Do you guys see that? Two new options, component and profiler. React Developer Tools. Do you find that after activating? And for every browser, there is a solution for that, right? If it is any other browser. Now, if you open components from here, you'll find something very interesting, very cool here. Look at that. And I'll put it on the right side because I want to show you this in this one. Look at that. So this is actually, you see that it's showing me error as well. So this is actually showing me complete components architecture, that structure, like DOM tree. And now see here, right now I'm running this app component. Does it show the app over here? Now, can you just check this one, click this one? Look at that after clicking. Or before, just click on that one. Do you see that? What does it say? It says that it has a header component inside that. It has a task symbol, which has a problem. Do you guys remember what is this problem? This is, I've not provided the key maybe somewhere. You remember list is coming up and the key is not there. We'll see that. But look at that. It has header, it has tasks. Now, this app has state variable in which there are 3 objects stored over there. Do we have a use state variable of with the name of tasks in our this one? And I can show you that. I can show you that. Look at that. Are these 3 state variables in app component? Make sense? And now, after that, if you come here and instead of that, if you click on header, look at that header. Header says, header has props, one prop only title right now. Does that make sense? It has a prop what? Title, and it shows the title. Make sense? Now, if you come to the tasks prop here, task prop, do you see very interesting thing here? First of all, it has a on delete prop. Remember everyone, on delete? It has a on toggle prop, the function that we have just created. It has tasks. And what is inside tasks? Those same 3 tasks that we have passed from the app component. Make sense, everyone? So it is showing. And one more thing. If I open these tasks, for example, or rather, if I go to the task individually task component, look at that. And I show you something here. This is the task values. And see here, I'm going to show you something very interesting. If I come here, this is task 1. If I double click on it, it's again not working for me. Can you guys try that out? When you will double click on it, the reminder will go from true to false. This one. Can you see that? It's not working for me. I don't know. Somehow it's when it is open, it is not showing that. So it will go from true to false. Is it going that? You double click on that one and it will change from true to false and false to true. The opposite of that, flipping. Make sense, everyone? Yes. Can you just bring that? So is this developer tool very interesting now? We can just see our props and everything. Oh, you have installed that? Okay, wonderful. Oh, no, not here. Maybe here, or maybe let's look at that. Oh, actually, you have to install it for the Chrome extension. In the Chrome extension, see here, this extension. Chrome extension. And here, find out React Developer Tools. Okay, so I will send you this recording, and as well as again all those the recording and the code, source code. I'll share that one with you, and I'll have to just find out where it is just complaining about this one. You see, it is complaining, and I need to solve this complaint as well. Let's very quickly do that. Where it is saying hooks.js608 key prop. Check the render method of tasks. See. Oh, you see that? Yeah, so the problem is gone. I was not passing that over there. Now see that it was coming up with a red stop over here. Now everything should be good. And you see that is, oh, this is something. I think I know the reason. I'll have to find out, maybe I'll know the reason. Sorry? Yeah, I know. Double click on the task. It is not double click on the task, right? I think I might know the reason. The task class, if I come here, let's see. If I change its cursor to pointer, let's see. I don't know. Still not working. I'll have to find out. There is something, there's a little thing. You see that it's working, by the way. It works, but it does not work when our that is open. Okay, so I'll share this code and everything with you. Oh, I added